All right, we're almost there. All right, now we are there. Actually, I just need to turn on music. Then we'll be there. Okay, we're all set. Okay. All right, I've been working on adding new genes. Yeah, I guess I'll just add, I have a whole list I need to add. It's in DB. Please add mobile controls to your website. Yeah, I know people do want it. It's just hard to add, so it's gonna be a while for that, just to be completely honest. It's more of a mouse and keyboard game. Sorry. What's up, Mike? How's it going? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. I'm also good. I've been adding pet crafting. Oops. Let me show you guys. It's kind of interesting. The problem is I'm trying to think about how many tiers of some of these if I want. Like, do I want +5 lifesteal? What the heck? I'm doing good though. How are you doing? How have you been? Like, I haven't seen you in a little while. I had kind of a lull of streaming, but now I think streaming like 1 day a week is pretty good for me. I think that's what I like. Maybe once, maybe twice. I don't know. I try to do Mondays, but not every Monday I can. Sometimes I have something else I have to do. Yeah, like +5 HP region seems high. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I had shoulder surgery about 2 months ago to fix my labrum. That sucks. What'd you do to it? Or how'd you injure it? I know, because I play volleyball, so a lot of people have shoulder problems. So I do know a lot of people who hurt their labrum. It sounds like not a fun one. Lifting, yeah. Yeah, actually, one of my friends, I think he said he was doing bench press and he went too low or something, dumbbell bench press, and he went too low and tore his labrum a little bit. How'd you do it for you? But this is pet crafting. Exactly what happened to me. Yeah, you just went too low. That's scary. Were you doing like really heavy weight or like were you pushing it? Because I do dumbbell bench press and now I'm worried that I'm gonna tear my labrum. This is pet crafting right now. You basically click these and you can pick the pets you want to merge. Or first you pick a pet. You have to get resources to like level the pet up, which rolls random traits. And then eventually you can merge two pets. So you have your two pets that you want to merge. And there's this like Punnett square statistical merging that's going to happen. And so there's some chance you're going to mutate. Hot reload got me. There's some chance you're going to mutate the gene. And then there's some chance you're going to get the right side gene. And there's some chance you're going to get the left side gene. And you click merge pets and you get your result. And he's got some combination of the genes. So right now we're working on adding a bunch of new genes, which are basically just like basic stats. So what's up, Penguin Operator? How's it going? Bad bench form. Were you doing regular bench press or are you doing dumbbell bench press? Because the nice thing about dumbbell bench press is you can have your elbows really far in. So your elbows aren't out wide. And I wonder if that hurts your shoulder more. Like I have my elbows like next to my sides pretty much. I was doing regular, yeah. Yeah, I don't do regular just because I go by myself. And I'm like terrified that I'm gonna get I'm not gonna be able to push it back up and then I'm gonna be like choking my neck out. No one's gonna come save me. Elbows are way too flared out for appropriate form. Yeah, I think that's hard on your shoulders if your elbows are pushed out. That was not what I wanted. Dash, space cooldown, dodge, space chance. I think we can do 5 of those. Oh, I need to change this though. Oh, it did change, except for, oh, right here, it didn't change. What's up, Zed? How's it going? I think lifesteal chance 5 is too much. Actually, no, all of these 5 is too much, I think. I think even 5 defense is too much. So I'm just thinking of how I want to do this. I could do 5 of each, but just not add them to the gene roll table yet. When's full release? I'm planning on end of this year. There's a Steam Next Fest in October. Like, I guess it just depends on when full release is, because I'm doing Steam Next Fest in October. So I'm getting the demo all squared away for that. And then, ideally you launch a little bit after Steam Next Fest. so that you like carry the momentum over a little bit. So that's kind of my goal. So maybe a few months after. But it also just depends on how next fest goes. I have to sneeze, but it's like not sneezing. Let's see here. So it would be if the person got 4 CDR 5s on their pet, it would be 20 CDR. 20 defense. Or really 20 of any stat. So I wonder if it's just going to be too powerful. I know it's hard. It'll be hard to eventually get pets that strong. But I think people will eventually get it. Just because as soon as you have no, I don't know if people will ever get it. I don't know if there's ever a perfect way to do it. But I have to balance it around people eventually getting the tier 5 gene. I'm just worried that 5 is too much because you can get 4 traits on your pet basically. So like 20% lifesteal seems like too much. 20% mana steal seems like too much, you know? So if you get 4 of the same exact ones. Or if I did, maybe I could code something where you can't roll the same gene. So if you want to stack lifesteal, you have to do 5 and then 4 and then 3, like the same gene type. Give me 1 second, I need to go blow my nose. Distance nose blowing noises, yeah. Oh, I just get so congested when I wake up in the morning. I'm actually surprised you guys can hear that because I also have a dishwasher going, which just seems pretty loud as well. But I guess it's maybe not that loud. Actually, I don't know because I don't know what it sounds like in here. Maybe it echoes. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to how to do this. The other problem though is that like you can get 5 dash CDR, 5 dodge chance, 5 lifesteal chance, 5 minus steal chance, and that's a pretty powerful weapon. What if it's 1% per 2 points? 20 steal is 10%. Oh yeah, I can definitely do stuff like that for sure. But some of these I've made the stat, like I've designed the stat as being a percentage. So it's lifesteal chance. So it's 1% lifesteal chance. But I could redo that. I could just say that like 2 divided by, and then show the person the percent chance. So that doesn't really matter, I guess. Never mind. What's up, Rob? How's it going? It's going well. I'm working on pet crafting. I'll show you guys what I've been up to. I'm kind of deciding like what sort of balance I need to have, because some of these genes are really good and some of them are not very good. Like people probably don't care about getting 5 thorns. But they care about like getting lifesteal chance, or like dash CDR could be good, you know, or dodge chance, or projectile count chance. So what I might do is I might just filter out the really good ones and only make a few different types and just start them at the uncommon tier. Yeah, the genes are technically an enum. So it's this is what I do typically. I'll do like a gene type, which is just like a int. Then I have a gene config which maps it. It's kind of like a flywheel pattern. And then I don't think lifesteal mastery are that premium compared to other raw stats. Yeah, maybe now that there's a timer, a time in between. Just from a gut feeling, I'm gravitating towards defense strength stacking. Yeah. So the problem is you can get plus 20 if you craft your pet correctly. You could get plus 20 defense. But yeah, basically this is the loop. You get a pet type or you get an egg. You put the egg inside the incubator. It crafts a specific pet, and the pet gets rolled with some random genes. Or no, it gets rolled with a random skin. Like typically this one has a blue top, has like you can see it here, like that's what it normally looks like, but this one's got a little purple top, so it's got a different skin basically. Anyways, then you have your pet. You can upgrade them with special components, so they'll gain a new trait. And the lower tier pets, like for example, this is a super this is like a tier 5 pet, I guess. This one has a higher chance of rolling better genes, but like a bunnies and a crab, those are like easy to get pets, so they have a higher chance to roll lower tier genes, or more common genes, I guess. What's up, Vegas Eagle? How's it going? We'll just go through the pet thing. Yeah, anyways, you level up your pets to level 5, and then you get 2 pets that are level 5, and then you can start merging them. So you can merge your pets for 10 honor, and the skin will get rolled 40/40, and then 20% chance to roll something else, and then the pet genes will get merged as well. So you have a 42% chance to get speed 1, 42% chance to get willpower 1, then a 16% chance to mutate on this gene, and the further along genes have a higher mutation chance, and the better genes have a higher mutation chance. So they're a little bit low. That's why this is a lower percentage and this one's a higher percentage. This is a willpower 3, this is a willpower 1. So pretty good. I'm grumpy. I had to wake up early though. Poor guy. Yeah, I kind of slept in a little bit today, but I was tired. I actually went to bed kind of late. I'm good though. So yeah, this is kind of the loop though. And then so the goal is to eventually get 4 genes that you want, 4 traits that you want. And for now, those will be just basic pet, or they'll be basic like stat boosts. So yeah, you can have a higher chance of getting the same one if you have the same pet, the same gene in the same slot. Had to go to work at 7:30. Dang. Do you do this full time? Yeah, I do this full time. We're gearing up for Steam Next Fest in October. So that's the next, whatever you want to call it. That's the next thing. I'm kind of worried I made the upgrade costs a little too expensive for some of these. But these ones are so cool. I feel like they have to be, because you can have like a low tier pet like a crab and level that one up pretty easily. But anyways, this is how it works. I'm just kind of deciding the balance of things. Finally, something is my 1.5k honor for. Yeah, so it's, what did I say? Is it 5 honor, or it's either 5 or 10 honor to upgrade a pet? Or maybe it's 2 honor to upgrade a pet. Oh, it's 10 honor to upgrade a pet to level 5. And then it's 10 honor to merge 2 pets together. So it will be an honor sync. Oh, but I wanted to talk about how this works in code, because I think it's kind of interesting how I did it. The item type used to look like this. This is the item type. So the item was just a struct that held item type inside of it. So now it also holds a bit mask, which is a uint64. Because this is something that has to be networked. So it's good to like thin this down as much as possible. So one option is to like hydrate the item with whatever stats bonuses it has, but I decided to do this masking idea. And so I basically have this trait mask, which is just a bit mask. And then I'm gonna use it for 2 different things. One of them is gonna be for pet traits, which is what we're working on now. So like the bit mask gets unraveled to this pet traits, which is a skin type for so many bits. Skin bits, there's 8 skin bits. So then it's like 2 to the 8 minus 1. That's how many skins I could theoretically have. And then pet gene bits, there's 14 bits per gene. So it's 2 to the 14 minus 1. So there's tons of skins and genes I can do for pets. And then, yeah, this gets unraveled to here, 4 genes and then 1 skin. And then I'm gonna use it for enchanting as well. And the enchantment is just gonna be, it's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be a different set, if that makes sense. So there'll be 4, and obviously I can like, because I'm not doing enchanting yet, but this is how I kind of plan to do enchanting, which is more or less the same thing. So you can add little bonuses to weapons and stuff. I probably will make enchanting cost gold. Then pet crafting will be honor, and item enchanting will be gold. So. But the pet crafting is much more complicated, I think. I think the item enchanting is going to be more like gacha style, where you roll enchantments and you kind of get what you get. And then maybe there'll be some like stabilization items that let you lock down certain slots that you want to keep. But I'm not really sure how pet crafting will work because it's like this merging of pets. So like there's like maybe some strategies people could do where you have 2 super similar pets, but they only change in one area. But then I'm also worried that I kind of ruin that because there's mutations. So bit masking is entirely too useful for the number of applications. Oh, it really is. I feel like it's super underutilized. For like sending stuff across the network, bit masking is so useful. Or like I just been cramming things into less data. It's super useful. Speaking of releasing gacha, is there going to be monetization? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell expansions. I don't really want to do microtransactions. I also don't really want to do subscriptions. But I'd rather do subscriptions over microtransactions. But I think I'd rather do expansions over subscriptions, if that makes sense. But like maybe it'll change, I don't know. But for now, I'm just planning to sell expansions. And when I say expansions, I mean like you'll get more housing space, you'll get more no paid skins. No, I don't plan to do paid skins. Like character skins. How Mythfall works for characters is like what you equip. Is it running? What did I change here? Oh, I just uncommented it. How equipment works is if you equip a hat, it like becomes what you're wearing. Right, so like he's wearing this hat and he's wearing that armor. So like that's what he looks like. I guess I only have pet stuff, but like but I put on a hat, so like I changed what my character looks like that way. And for pets and maybe furniture, I probably won't do that. I just don't really like doing art I don't know. Maybe like if I add stuff like that, I'll add it as a part of the expansion, I think. It's just too, I don't know. It just feels like too much. I'd rather add something more substantial. But like when I would say expansions, I mean like you'll get more housing space. It's like this whole area will be your housing area. So you'll be able to get like more housing slots. You'll be able to get more, maybe some dungeons are locked. You can't go in certain dungeons until you until you purchase the expansion. Maybe more like bank space. Obviously there's a ton of bank space already, but yeah, I mean, like I hate to say like I'm never gonna do it, but like I'd rather add stuff that everybody gets, if that makes sense, instead of rather than doing like these individual purchases. But I don't know. But like reskinning items just doesn't seem like super fun to me. I'd rather just the base. I know my art isn't super great, but I'd rather just like have the base one look good, if that makes sense. If I remember how other games did it, they locked areas behind expansions like a zone with content. Yeah, so like maybe like if you don't purchase the expansion, these will probably all be a part of the free game. But then there might be like new dungeons that drop that you can only go into if you do the expansion. And like you might get housing slots, you probably get bank space, or housing area, I mean. So anyways, that's kind of what I had planned, I guess. And like the undercourt, for example, this might be like, you might have to pay to do the undercourt. Like this might be where it stops. Like whatever is free right now might be the base game, which I feel like has a lot of content. But yeah, I'm just gonna gate content behind expansions. And then if people don't want the content, they don't have to pay for it. They can just play the base game. So if you were curious, jalapeno cheddar bagels slathered in cream cheese are the best breakfast. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw what you mentioned about the feedback thread. I just got distracted what I was talking about. It's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be a different set, if that makes sense. Are you talking in it? So there'll be four, it's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be a different set, if that makes sense. Is that me talking? So there'll be four, oh, I think that's me talking. Sorry. What's the difference with this clip? Why is my damn it? Here, let me mute this. What's the difference with this clip? Why does my damage per hit change from 98 to 102 when I get closer? Oh, you even said that it's me. Let's see. I'm not really sure. Is there a, I know there's some skills in the archery part of the skill tree that are like, if you stand still, you deal more damage. I don't know if there's something with, did you dash or did you just move? Also, it's crazy you're hitting 102. I think like great swords are way too strong. Oh, nearby allies. Oh, it's probably this. You probably got far enough away from your teammate, maybe. It could be that. Yeah, what does it give you? Oh, +4 damage. Yeah. So it's probably way better for bows than great swords. Because bows have a higher rate of fire. Yeah, I guess it's that. I'm glad Zed's on his game. Yeah, okay. I still don't know what to do with this though. Zed got the brains. I might just make all 5 and then the problem is I can't release this with the ability to duplicate genes if I'm going to change in the future, because then people end up with pets that have duplicated genes. Like I need to stop it at the start. But I feel like it's probably smart to only let... I feel like it's smart to not let people get the same exact gene. But I don't know. So then you can get like 5 defense and 5 strength. But if you wanted to get strength again, the next one would have to be 4. I'm not really sure how I merge that though. Like how I do it. Like I'm trying to think of how like mathematically that would work in a way that's like guaranteed to always succeed. But it also maybe creates, I wonder if that makes it too easy to optimize your pet. Or it might make it might like, I don't know. It's just really hard to think about because it's like, well, maybe if you make it so you can't duplicate genes, then you take 2 pets with the same gene in different slots. And if the first one gets that gene rolled. Sorry, let me run the game so I can see the pet merging UI. This has been a big change. Oh, I need to. My hot reloader always messes up my game. I have to enter a dungeon and leave. Oh, shoot. All right. So I'm just trying to think here. So let's take this example. Let's say you rolled speed 1 on this one. Then now the speed 1 here couldn't be rolled. So you end up with I either would do like you get a 40% chance. I would just remove it because it's already there from the roll table. So does that let you? And would I balance these better, or would I just give you an 80% chance for strength too? But then it's hard to like explain that to people visually because it only happens if you roll speed 1 here. If you roll willpower 1 here, then it could roll speed 1 there. I think better gene should become more dominant, should be more dominant. I did it the opposite way. Worse genes are more dominant, slightly. So like willpower 3 here is 31% chance, willpower 1 is a 36% chance, but willpower 3 is better. Sorry. I gotta make it a little bit of a grind. Because I gotta get through your 1.5 thousand honor. I'm just kidding. It's just about this is like the what's it called? This is the like end game progression, if that makes sense. So like it needs to be long. only the weakest genes survive. Darwin turning in his grave. That's so true. Poor guy. Only the weakest genes survive. Yep. Also, but I do think the mutation chance is too high. Like, I think it's too much for a third of the time you mutate the fourth gene. The mutation chance increases like in the slots. Breeding bunning sounds like epic in-game content. What about my 34k channel points? How do I do with those? You can spend those in the channel points shop for things like gigantifying an emote. Oh no, that's bits. Never mind. Like unlocking a random sub emote, sending a message in sub only mode, choosing an emote to unlock, modifying a single emote. But yeah, look at all these bunnies you can breed. All these different bunny colors. We need more creative channel point rewards. Yeah, I know. If you guys have any suggestions, you can let me know. Do we have a channel reward for cat cam? Luna's sitting on my desk right now. I could start doing the cat cam again. The problem is the cats move around so much. It's not like they're just like sleeping someplace. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. All right, what were we deciding? Whether or not you let duplicate genes or not. So let's say with this scenario is you have sorry, I'm just thinking, does it trivialize? It makes it so that you can merge pets and not align their genes. Like if I have, and you get the same result. Let me show you what I mean. Like if I have this, like we have, let's say the gold ones are the good ones. Before, if I don't do the duplicate thing, and this is like the mutation chance. Right, like this, you'd have to do it like this to guarantee yourself to get one of those. You have an 80% chance for this, let's say, and then a 20% chance for a mutate. But if I made it so that you do that, if I made it so that you can't duplicate genes, then you could do this and have a similar result. You'd have a similar result because this one you have an 80% chance. And you have an 80% chance there. We have a 40% chance here and a 40% chance here. But if it gets rolled here, then you're gonna get this one next. But if this gets rolled, then you have an 80% chance here. Or something like that. Oops. That makes sense. So it makes it so you don't have to align your genes very often, which I don't know if I like that super much. Because I think it's kind of interesting to have this sort of gene alignment thing. All right, see you, Michael. Have a good day at work. What if I want a super buff bunny? Yeah, so it would be that you get like strength 5, strength 4, strength 3, strength 2. So you could get a lot of strength bonus out of it, but it's just getting worse over time, if that makes sense. The main problem though is that, like, I don't know if this is the problem, but like the tricky part isn't really the base stats, because I think it's okay to let people get 5 defense 4 times, because this leaks into the end game. But some things would just be too broken. Like if you got, well, I don't even know if I would ever give 5 HP regen, but I just can't really give people 5 HP regen 5 times, you know? So like this one, there's probably, I can only really do like 1. So like I can do 1 if, like, cause you can get 1 5 times, or sorry, 1 4 times. So you can get +4 regen if you just stack HP regen. But if I only let you have 1, then I could do something like you can get 1 HP regen or 2 HP regen. Then you can get both of these and get a total of 3. And it would take 2 of your slots. Maybe duplicate genes increase the chance for it to mutate and change to a different stat type. Yeah, the problem is it's stats are, the chance is based off of the line. So like you have a duplicate this way, but you have the same this way. Like I want to encourage people to merge. This is pet 1. This is pet 2. So I want to encourage people to line them up because I think that that's interesting. So you get an 80% chance for the same gene basically. But I'm trying to prevent people from ending up with this turning into like this sort of gene set where they have 2 of them, 2 of the same one. If that makes sense. But I guess I could roll the first one and then see that it's the same and then just increase this more. Or sorry, increase the mutation chance more. Because it's like, oh, you've already got this, so like cut this one in half or something like that. I don't know. It's just, I just need to figure out what to do. I mean, it's totally a balance problem. Or what I could do is merge genes like I was doing before. And then at the end, have a sort of, at the end, have something that prevents it from being the same. So like, let's say you rolled dash CDR5 2 times in your gene pool. I would just like remove, like this is the 5. This is also a 5. I would just do like a small fix. Make this a 5 and make this a 4. So it just gets a little bit worse. Like make this one the worst variant if I can. And if there's no worse variant, then I'll just, I don't know. Skill tamer lets you have 2 pets. Pets are gonna be so strong though. That's the other thing I'm worried about, is that pets are gonna be too strong if I'm doing things like giving you 5 defense per trait. 20 strength. Yeah. What is it if I do 1 per slot, only 1 unique per gene? I would do something like, I would do something like 5. It would be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. So that would be 14 instead of 20. It's just hard. This is extra hard because like I just don't know how it's gonna turn out. Like maybe how it is now is just gonna turn out fine. Like it's gonna be so hard to get 5 strength genes all at once that nobody's gonna ever be able to do it. Or 4 strength genes, I mean. Because these are rarer genes, or it's gonna be so expensive to do. I just don't know, honestly. I'm not really sure how the math would work out. I maybe need to study that a little bit more. I wouldn't assume that really dedicated people to grind for that. Yeah, no, that's true. I guess maybe what I'm trying to say is that like in the context of like the game progression, like pets are like advanced pets are like up here. If that makes sense. So like eventually I'm gonna add like new, more difficult content, and pets help you bridge the gap there. But yeah, I do think people will eventually get it. But if it's so expensive that like you're only getting it when you're up here grinding like end game dungeons. And also things are easier to get when there's more people because people work together. But the main, I guess one of the main problems though is that like I have items that are way underbalanced compared to pets now. I guess it's 10 willpower. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe pets are like tier 6 items. Because this has what? This is like a full pet. This is like a full pet. This is like a full pet. So actually maybe it's okay. I guess what I was feeling like pets were gonna be like worth 3 items, but I don't think that's true. They're maybe worth like 3 bad items. So like I feel like getting 20 defense early isn't that much. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like, you know. But also there's going to be item enchantments as well, which is going to scale people up. But it's going to be like build your own tier 6 pet, kind of, or tier 6 item. So maybe I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do I think dash CDR is fine. Dodge chance I think is fine. I think lifesteal chance I'm just going to do I think I'm gonna do 3 of them. I think Mana Steel chance I'll do 5. Projectile count chance I'll probably do 5 of these, just because this one's super easy to scale. I'll probably do 1, 2, 3% though. I'll do up to 5%. I'll do, I don't know what I'll do yet. HP regen, I probably will only do 1. Because I think HP regen plus 1 is just too much. MP regen, I think I'll do 2. 5% poison chance, that seems like too much. Like, I'm just trying to think of how it scales. But it's like, would you rather have 5% poison chance or 5 defense? The problem is people are going to stack poison way too much if this is too easy. Might just do 2 for each of these. Poison reduction. You can always cap poison damage. Yeah, the cap is 255. How poison works is it stacks up and then it decreases 1 every time it ticks. I guess I could do 5%, 5 poison reduction. Oh no, this is per poison damage dealt. I probably will just do 3. We'll do 3, 3, 3. But I'm gonna make these on the common side, I think. Thorns, I think I'll do 5. Luck, I think I'll do. How much is 5 luck? I don't remember. What's the skill node for luck? Skill tree, luck. 3. Maybe I do 3 then. I think every luck point is worth 1%. Sorry, I have to look at. I guess I use the ray stat to look. Luck stat, luck bonus. I need to document what this does. Roll loot, luck, tabled, list, boss loot roller. Okay, luck percent. Oh, it's literally right here. Yeah, 5% per luck. So 10 luck is the same as 1 ascension. It's I don't remember how I show it. What's 1 ascension that gives you 10 luck? 10%? I think every ascension is 2 luck. Yeah, every ascension is 2 luck. So I'll do, so if you had 4, you get 40 luck off of pets. So I'm gonna do 2. Let's organize these. So we'll put all the 5s together. Excuse me. All right. Mana steal chance. Do I really want 5% mana steal chance? Yeah, I guess it's okay. I can always change these. The only downside with them is that the genes get locked into the items. So like I can't change these around once I release this. So if people end up rolling like a mana steal chance 5, I guess it'll eventually disappear because people will eventually mutate their genes away. I'm worried it's going to be impossible to get the perfect pet, though. Because of the mutation. I might need to do something like if you have the same pet and the same line, it decreases the mutation chance. Or sorry, the same trait and the same trait slot, then it decreases the mutation chance a lot. Will the game remain web-based or will they make a desktop client for it? There's a desktop client. You can play the demo on Steam right now, actually, if you want. But yeah, there's a desktop client and there's a like HTML5 version, I guess. So yeah, there's both. I'm gonna do this, I think. How do you force players to be on the latest client? I have a like web check that I do where the client says what version they are, and then the server says, "Is this the right version?" No. Then it sends back a message to the client, and the client has a little notification that says, "Hey, you need to download the next one." Steam is kind of tricky though because what's it called? There's no way to like force people to update the client. So I think what people do is they have like build their own launcher that downloads the client. But I haven't really opted for that yet. So yeah, usually when people restart Steam, they'll get prompted for the new one, and then there's also ways to like check the files to get it to update, but yeah, it's kind of a pain. What's up, Buried Not Decayed? How's it going? Okay, let's go through these and add these new genes. We have dash CDR, we have dodge chance. Do I want to give people 20% dodge chance? I think I do have a cap on dodge chance. It might be at like 50% or something. I wonder if this is too much though. Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, gotcha. Dodge. What do I give people? 2 dodge chance. That seems low. What is dodge? Is dodge chance? It's chance, so it must be a percentage. I'm gonna do 3. No, that is one thing I think I like 50%. You just can't get any more dodge chance. No, actually it must not be the case because I have 100% dodge on my sword. Maybe it's monsters can't have more than 50% dodge or something. I know in some cases I've added little checks like that. I might do 2 actually. I like you for the follow, Josh. Appreciate it, man. We'll do 2 dodge chance. I can always add more. I'm just gonna keep this up here. This is after dash CDR. I'm gonna do projectile count chance. Thank you, Periphery fan, for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. Proj count chance. I might do bonus projectile. This is super long though. So I'm kind of worried that it's going to leak off the edge of the UI. I don't really know what else I could rename it though, to be honest. Maybe I don't do this one. %5. So you could get 4 of them for 20. But it's like 1% bonus projectile chance. That doesn't seem very good. All right, I might not add this one to the loot table. All right, then we have dodge chance. Oh, let's do thorns next. Bonus shot, that is better. Oops. Dash cooldown thorns. Bonus shot. I do need to go back through all of these and assign a color for them. But we'll do that afterwards. It's just thorns. Okay, cool. All right, let's do lifesteal chance next. It'll just be 1, 2, 3. Did I do 3%? What is that? That would be 12% lifesteal. That is very high. But I do have the cap on that one, so it might be okay. I could also add a pet cap too. It doesn't feel good when you add caps. It just feels more natural to like let people do whatever. The problem with lifesteal is it's game breaking. But like 2% life, I don't know. I don't know. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee. I'll be right back. All right. What's up, Dracula? How's it going? Yeah, I started brewing another cup of coffee, but I'm back now. How you doing, buddy? All right, we did thorns. Let's do lifesteal. We'll do 3%, I guess. I'm gonna do these in. No, I don't. I just want to. I'm just whatever. I don't care. So I'm trying to like think of the most efficient way to like copy paste blocks of code. Thorns with life steal. I'm gonna just do life steal here. My naming conventions are all over the place. Did I spell that wrong? It's probably called like percent lifesteal. Yeah. All right. Did I miss anything there? No. Yeah, it is easy to overestimate. The problem is I'm being like, I feel like I'm trying to be extra careful just because I don't want to have to back anything out. Oh. Oh, shoot. I guess this works. Percent HP regen. Man, when I stream, my computer lags so much. It's really tragic. Health regeneration. When is the Steam event? How is that going? The Steam event is in October. It's I just need to have I just have to have a demo ready for it. There's not really anything other than that. Like I'm already registered for it, so like a second one of these. Two. Mana regen 2. Yeah, so hopefully people find it from that. But we'll see. I'm just trying to like add as much content as I can and fix balance problems as much as I can and stuff like that. Oh, actually, now that it's nerfed, now that lifesteal chance is nerfed, I might be able to make lifesteal power and mana steal power like actual things. I'm not gonna worry about it now though. I just maybe could add them, but I'm gonna add my note. Actually, maybe now that capped. This is doable. I think the rarities are all wrong though. Every one I've copied. I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna go through all of them at the end. I think. Fix the color and the rarities. Okay. MP region. Yeah, I'll do poison chance because there's also poison resist. All right, poison. Is this all poison? Okay, good. I think I just did 2, right? Yeah, poison, burn. Bleed, burn, bleed. What? Oh, it's poison. Oops. Poison, bleed. Poison chance is gonna be luck. All right, then we'll do poison reduction. Actually, I'm gonna copy all 3 of these. Chance, I'm gonna do reduction. I might just do 2. Just because I'm lazy. That's also super long. Okay. Let me get my coffee. I think it's done brewing. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Okay, we need to do base stats +3. Oh, that's the group. Okay, base stats 4. All right, then here we are. Oh, dash cooldown we need to do. All right. Actually, these ones are fine. The rarities are fine. I think black 5 is an okay color for it as well. Then let's see what we have. Proj, count, chance. I might just do shot chance +1. Because I need to do a, we added a bunch of genes. I guess we're still not really done with that. I need a tooltip on traits in pet merge. So people know what is what. And then I also need a combined bar when trait is the same trait. That's just like a visualization thing. So I'm gonna shorten these because they're too long. Shot chance. Oh my gosh. I don't know why my computer lags. Actually, I do know why. Okay. Okay, these ones need to change. This is gonna be a rare. Rare. This is gonna be epic. This is just the merging numbers. Then we have thorns, which is actually gonna be correct, I believe. Yeah, those seem fine. We'll do colors as a final pass. Lifesteal 1, 2, 3. So we'll do uncommon, uncommon, rare. Oh, shoot. Rare. And then epic. I can obviously shift this stuff in the future as well. This is gonna be common, uncommon, uncommon. These will be epic, epic, rare, rare, uncommon, uncommon. This is just gonna be an epic. There's only one of these. Epic, epic. Oh no, sorry, this is a rare. However, we can copy it. Common, common. I feel like poison 2, I'm gonna make a rare. I'm gonna make this uncommon. Maybe I might do common, uncommon. No, I feel like poison chance, I'll do uncommon, rare, uncommon, rare. Okay. That'll be uncommon. That'll be rare. Poison will be strong IMO. Do you think poison's already too strong? I don't remember what percentage chance people get on poison weapons and like blight cap hat and stuff. The other thing is poison caps. So it caps at 255. Is it every 5? Do things tick every second or every 5 seconds? It's hard to tell because the items that I'm able to use are low. Oh, okay. I don't think poison's gonna be too strong. Every second, yeah. So like if there's weapons that are dealing 100 damage, like a great blade, from like 5 people, then like one extra person dealing 200 damage a second isn't like a crazy thing for end game, I don't think, for an end game boss. I'm gonna make poison reduction common, uncommon. Range with bolt. Actually, it's not 255 because it's an int 8. It's 127 actually. This is the cap. Range with multiple projectiles will stack fast and keep it stacked. Oh yeah, yeah, but it'll be like a small extra bonus damage thing every second. I mean, like probably what's gonna happen is a lot of the bosses have low HP in my opinion, and they're gonna get more hit points because what's happened is I've made things stronger, and the bosses are too easy to kill in terms of how long it takes to kill a boss. That's my current assessment. Oh wait, we still need to do colors. Let's go through and do colors. When's a mob that poison's gonna get added though? All of the desert is mobs. All the worm dungeons are can poison you. But I might add it. I might add more in the future. I was gonna do it for the Elder Tree Thicket dungeon, but I think that it's too early on to start poisoning people. Unless it gives you like a 1 poison, maybe that's okay. But I don't think I could do a 5 poison on those. I mean, but I would only do it for the spore clouds probably. Did I add critical chance? I didn't add a critical, did I? That's crazy. Let's add critical. Right here. I'm gonna replace the string. God. Dash, cooldown, critical. Level 1 mod, they always have poison chance? Level 1 mod. Wait, what do you mean exactly? When you say level 1 mod? Percent critical. Oh, Ascension mod? They don't always get poison chance. It would be, I mean, the spore clouds would just always have a poison attached to the projectile. If that makes sense. I'm gonna copy this one. Garage count. Critical. Oh, I think I removed the chance. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's like level 0. It's like on level 0 ascension. Without any ascensions, it would have poison. Okay, black 5. We'll do orange 4, I think. I think that's the critical color. Shot chance. I don't want to do green. I'll do blue. I think I'll do a blue. Black 5. We'll do blue 1. No, I want to do the other direction. I want to do blue 5. Blue 4. Black 5. Black 5. Blue 4. I also want to do scale. Ah, it's really hard to do that though. I was trying to think of a way to scale. I can maybe scale it by scale colors by stability in terms of darkening. I don't know. Just an idea. What color is a dodge? Maybe an orange. We'll do an orange 5. A very light orange, almost yellow. Thorns, I'm gonna make these either red. I think I'm gonna make them red. Black 5. We'll do red 3, I think. That's like a darker, or 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's like a bright red. Lifesteal. Black 5. I kind of want to make this red now. What color is lifesteal? Oh, it's kind of a green. It's green projectiles that come back at you. We'll do green 5. Mana Steel. We'll do blue 4. Or 3 maybe. Or is it 5? That's like the mithril color. 4 is a little bit darker. I think 3 is what I want. Oops. Black 5, blue 3. Black 5. This will be green 5. Black 5. We'll do blue 5 for this. Poison chance. Black 5. Green 4. There's gonna be a lot of overlapping colors, but it's just too much. Stats. Black 5. I'm gonna do red 2. Black 5. I'm gonna do red 3 for bleed. Black 5. We'll do green. I think I'm gonna do green 5. Like the light green. This is a custom game engine that I wrote from scratch. Black 5, green 4. Or what did I do for poison? I did green 4, perfect. And then red 3 and red 2, I think, yeah. So we'll do red 2, red 3. Okay, let's add them to the loot table now. Or sorry, not the loot table, but the rolling table. Start it here. That's the common table. This is the uncommon table. Call me crazy, but I feel like if I go back a word and I go back another word, I don't expect to find the first like actual word. I expect to just go to the next space. And Emacs always gets me that, and I never adjust. All right, we have critical 1. CDR1. Oh, dash CDR. I guess there's ability CDR we could also add as a gene. We just gotta find all the 5 ones. And then these ones will be added as well. Okay, this is the uncommon table. Am I running the game? So these will be replaced with 2. 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 2, 1, 2, 3. These ones will get this, and then this. Two, 3. But the reduction ones are 1, 2 here. Then this will be 3. 4 will go here. 3, 4. Oh shoot, I'm changing all the numbers. That's bad. Let's just change 4 comma to 1 comma. 4 comma to 1 comma. This is supposed to be a 5. Two comma to 1 comma. That's like the weight in the table. Okay, these are all 1s. I mean, really, I should probably make functions for this, so I'm just passing in everything at the same rate. But then it's less configurable, I guess. I just don't know that if I would ever configure it. Okay. Dash this and this. All right, let's do the next round. I'm gonna start on the top side because these ones all go from the epic side to common, but they don't make it all the way to common. So these will be dodge chance 2, life steal chance 3, mana steal chance 4, HP regen. Or what did I do for poison chance? I actually don't remember. Those ones might be actually unique. I'm gonna have to go back and do those. But it'll basically be this. I'll just decrease the number going leftward. Okay. And then we'll just have to do poison after that. So 2 becomes 1, 3 becomes 2, 4 becomes 3. This one goes away. Yeah, this becomes a 1. Oops. 1 and a 1. Goes away, goes away, goes away. 1, 2. Did I change mana steal? Mana steal 3. Mana steal 4, mana steal 3. Mana steal 2. Okay. This one goes away and this becomes a 1. I think that's the end of it. Okay, let me remember what I did for poison chance. Because I feel like I started it. I don't know if this is an epic though. I might have made this just a rare. I might have done uncommon rare for these actually. I think that's what I did. Let me just double check though. Yeah, uncommon rare is what I did. Okay, these ones are gonna go here. And then in the rare section, we'll do poison chance 2. Okay, that's the full table, I believe. I might need to, I guess the next thing we'll be doing is we finish adding all the genes. We'll do the tooltip, then we'll do those will be UI changes we need to make. And I think after these are done, I think it's pretty much done. I am a little worried that, because it's a big change for how items are stored, I'm a little worried that there's going to be some kind of, like, I think there's going to be some problems that pop up with crafting things. But yeah, this will be the whole pet merging thing. It was a pretty big change, so I hope it works. Yeah, we need to add a tooltip. Oh, I do combine the bars. I just combine them off the name, so I guess that's done. I don't think I've tested that either. That's tricky because I don't really have a tooltip description. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we need to add tooltips for each of these. Let me see if I can do the color thing first. Ah, yeah, it's tricky because I don't have the gene data because I'm trying to use the same code for the skin and the genes, and the skins are just different than the genes. I mean, other than like passing in, I guess I could just pass in a number. I could just say like slot index and then multiply that by the gray scale color. Oh no, it's not the slot number though. It's the, I need a left and a right side. I guess I could pre-multiply them. That's just tricky because it's like, what do you multiply them by? I almost feel like it would be nice to have some kind of connection data of like, this is like the 5th one, this is the 4th one. And they get a little darker if they get closer to 0. Let's do the tooltips because that's kind of more straightforward. I think it's just these two though. Okay. I should just centralize this code too, this like bar code. This is just all copy paste. All 3 of these. All 4 of these. Name. Rect. We also need a tooltip. Pad all -1. I guess this would happen before. Oh, thank you, Dylan, for the raid, man. Appreciate it. Hello, Adalock. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. My name's Jacob. I work on a MMO made in Golang, so. But most recently, I'm working on like pet crafting. What's the main difference between Emacs and Vim? Vim is a modal-based editor, so you like switch modes to change between moving around, and then Emacs is like key chords. You just like Control P, Control N, Control F, Control B. So that's the main difference, I think. But I don't really use Vim, so I'm not super familiar with it. But I know how to I know how to exit it at least. I remember seeing you a couple years when you started on YouTube. Oh yeah, what's your engine? I write a you can get modal in Emacs. Yeah, there's like evil mode, I think, which lets you do modes, and you can also do Hydra. I think it's called Hydra, but you can make modes inside of some packages. Emacs is more extensible. I think there's a better package system in Emacs, from what I understand. But maybe NeoVim changed that. I don't know. But yeah, my game engine, I wrote a custom game engine. It's all written in Go. I just use like OpenGL, and then I use WebRTC and WebSockets for networking because it's an MMO. And then I use, so I use the Peon WebRTC package for that. But yeah, it's just OpenGL. And then for the, it compiles for browser. So I use WebGL2. But yeah, I just use the OpenGL package. Or actually, there was this guy who made like he made a cross-platform OpenGL wrapper, and I forked that into my own little rendering library. But yeah, it's just OpenGL, WebGL based. It's actually, the package is open source. It's called Glitch on my GitHub. I'm sure there's a link to my GitHub somewhere in my description stuff. So the deploy target is a browser. Yeah, it compiles for browser and it compiles for desktop. So I have a demo on Steam right now for the game. So there's like there's a desktop version through Steam that I deploy through Steam, and then there's the browser version just on mythfall.com. But yeah, it's gone pretty well. I mean, I think Go's a good language. But recently I discovered that somebody made this wrapper around Raylib, and they were able to make it work on web as well. So if that existed when I was first starting this project, I probably would have used that, but I didn't think of that idea. So the guy who thought of it it was just a good idea. But now I'm like so far in that it's like I'm not really going to change my rendering library at this point, you know? So, you know, what can you do? But it's been fun. I learned a ton about rendering code, so that was interesting. I think that I'm not a huge fan of rendering code personally, just because it's much more, and I came from low levels, but it is pretty low level. It's just hard to debug. Like you make one little memory alignment bug, and then everything's black or some weird color or has some weird effect added to everything. So it's like hard to figure out little things like that. But now that it's also hard to optimize performance. It's really not clear to me like what makes things faster. So it's just a little tricky. I'm gonna do COL. This is not a Vec2, this is an RGBA. Cool, I'm new to IT and I always wanted to go game dev at some point. Can you tell me how you come up with idea and about your path? Yeah, I mean, when I first started making games in Go, I was actually making like how making games works for me is I play someone else's game and I think, man, this would be so much cooler if I could do this and this and this in it. And then I start with building, like kind of cloning their game. And then I just like start forking off in my own direction of what I want to do with it. So this game kind of spawned, there's another game called Realm of the Mad God that my game is kind of based on, or it's in that sort of genre. And so my game's like that, but it's like different in a lot of ways to make it just in ways that I think are more interesting, I guess. So. But yeah, I've always approached doing projects like some people will say like, hey, what do I learn? Like, what should I study? And my recommendation is always find something you want to build and then just like start building that thing. I think that's the best way to learn because at least for me personally, it's like going through books is just super boring and not super useful. Or it's not that it's not useful, it's just that I don't like encode things into my brain when I'm not reading to solve a problem. So you're just reading about the language and you're not really like applying it. So it's not as, it's just hard to remember stuff, I guess. So, yeah, I think it was super useful to learn OpenGL. But for that, learning OpenGL, I went to learnopengl.com and that was pretty helpful. But I had in mind what I was trying to do, if that makes sense. Thanks, Jaguar, for the follow. Thanks, Tanrim, for the follow as well. Appreciate it, guys. I played in Go trying to make a Pokemon Bullet Heaven with 0 experience. I did well, but I had organizational issues that failed. Yeah. Yeah, Go's organization can be a little tricky to get used to, but but once you get, and like I've made a lot of organizational problems in my game too. So, do you spend most of your time looking at other people's code to figure out how to do it, or do you come up with the code yourself? I don't really look at other people's code to figure out how to do it. Sometimes I have done that for like pretty nuanced things. Like for example, text rendering is like a really tricky thing where like you basically build, or this is how I did it. Sorry, excuse me. You build a spread as a atlas of all of the runes, like A, B, C, D, and just like the math of how to organize this stuff is kind of tricky. So I have referenced other people's code to like just see how they do it. But mostly I just, mostly I'll look at like a high level solution to something and then I'll just use that solution. I won't like look at their code, but like I'll watch like a thin matrix video and like he solved text rendering some way and then I'll solve it the same way basically, or something like that, you know? What's up, Jen? Is this? Yeah, I want this one. This is only be one text style. I'm gonna use this for the tooltip as well. You take chance. Oh, this is the oh, this is the text. This is just name. Sorry, I'm just like simplifying. This is a bunch of copy pasted code, so I'm making a helper function for it all. This is like my UI rendering. I've been working on pet merging, so it's like I draw all these bars and the function does a row. So I'm changing the function to also another function to do a bar, individual bar, because I want to add tooltips to it. So that's what we're doing. So I should be able to like replace this with something like this. We have the name, we have the tip. We'll just say like tooltip. That's what we're adding. Then we'll do the rectangle, or no, the color of the bar. And then R. Oops. Welcome back, Vegas Eagle. Mythfall has been an awesome game in the community. Dev worth a checkout. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It's coming along. It's come a long way. What's the reference point? The edge of the parent container, or is it global for positioning on screen? How I do my UI is I just do this thing called rect cut. I've tried to find the reference from how I discovered this idea, but I can't find it really anymore. But basically you can think of your screen as a rectangle, and then you can say like, well, I want a rectangle in the middle. So you can like slice a rectangle, like you can find the center of the rectangle and then say like, I want one this wide, you know? And you can get a rectangle that way. And then you can slice it the other direction too, horizontally, but you're cutting like a smaller rectangle out of that. And then you end up with a rectangle inside your rectangle, right? Like you have a middle rectangle. Like for example, this would be like my middle rectangle. And then it's just like, you can cut like columns. You can cut like chunk, like you can cut it in half, you know? Or like do the example of like a sidebar. You cut left and then you cut top, cut top, cut top, cut top, cut top. So these are all end up being sub rectangles and you just render sprites to it. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, yeah, it's all absolute positioned, I guess. There's no like this relative to this other object. It's all relative to like the rectangle that you're cutting out of a screen, if that makes sense. Yeah, like the resizing is done at the, not the shader level, but lower level. Like I have a pixel art scaling shader thing. So like things can scale, but they can like at some point it becomes big enough to where you can pop out, like go to a larger size, you know? So let me restart my game just because I'm worried when I stream. My when you resize the frame buffer, it could leak memory. And I have had it leak memory before. What decides which pet stays? If I merge a bunny and a crab, which one stays? It's a 50-50 chance on, it's a 50-50 chance on what you're gonna get. So like, I know it doesn't really show as a bar. The skin color is a 40-40 chance with a 20% mutate chance. But you're gonna get a bunny or you're gonna get a crab out of this merge. Yeah, but if you have the same pet, then it's guaranteed. So I use a lot of Go routines. I use them for games. It's hard to, it's more difficult, I guess, to multi-thread your game loop. Higher mutate chance for the same pet. The mutate chances don't change based off of the pet. It changes based off of the genes that are being merged and the slot that it's in. But for concurrency, I use a lot of concurrency for the networking stuff. For like IO bound things, I'll use concurrency. So on the server side, I use a ton of concurrency. On the client side, I barely use any. Because like on the server side, it's like you have to service connections, you have to write data, read data. There's also like some timers that things need to happen every once in a while. But on the client side, it's really hard to it's hard to parallelize rendering code. And that's the bulk of, time spent is like update window system is, I guess it's on vsync. So of course it's going to be most of that, but most of the time is spent rendering and you can't really parallelize that on a client. But on the server, there's maybe some parallelization opportunities for like monsters. Like for example, this is like the island that people play on, and there's just a bunch of little monsters in all the different biomes. Like there's a bunch of biomes with a bunch of monsters in it. Like you go up here, there's just a bunch of monsters scattered around. And so there's maybe there's some ability, I could maybe parallelize chunks or something like that, but welcome back, Penguin Operator. My whole demo game with WebSockets and a whole server room architecture was built around Go routines. Yeah, Go routines are nice. Yeah, it is a good use. Projected patch drop rate. Projected patch drop rate. You mean the eye patch from the pirates? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, date. Oh, for this one? This will probably be, is it Monday? It could be this week actually. Because this has already been such a big change. It might be this week, or it'll be late this week or early next week probably. Yeah. If I had to guess, because it's like pretty much done. Like I need to, there's still like some little issues, like this is overlapping and I need to add a tooltip and stuff like that. But yeah. Also, I had to draw so many pets because I had to recolor every single pet. I wish I had time to like make them a little bit more special, like more rarer versions, but it's just too much at once. Unrelated, I'm so glad this isn't a vibe code stream. I actually miss talking to someone who can answer questions about their own code. Yeah. Yeah, we're in a weird era of programming. The idea was just talked about like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I've had the idea of doing item enchantments and pet crafting like this for a long time though. So it's been in my backlog. It's just been like other stuff has been more prioritized. Thank you, Jaeger, for the follow. Appreciate it. But I have tried vibe coding a little bit. I have mixed feelings. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't. But yeah, it's a weird, I don't know. We're entering a weird era of programming for sure. Okay, let's add a tooltip though. Do I have like tool? I can't remember if I have a helper function for this. I do. I might do panel tooltip. This adds a little background to it. Tip, and then there's just the rectangle. But I also feel like it'd be cool to highlight the color. Like if you're hovering this, it would also let me save that. Oh, whoops. Like if it highlighted the color a little bit more. It's so jagged. I've been coding for more than 10 years, and for some things, review and web front end, it's great, but using it can make, I can feel my brain atrophying. Yeah, I do agree with that. Also, it's, because like what I'll do is I'll vibe code on the side while I'm working on Mythfall, because I don't really use AI for this project very often. I have used it for a few things, like finding really weird, rare crashes, just because it's kind of a good search engine for stuff like that. But when I've used it, when I've like vibe coded on the side and not really like reviewed the code very well, like the architecture that ends up being created is really bad usually. And it's just like, it's not really clear to me if it's ever going to get so good to where I can just not really care about the code base and just ask it to do stuff and not end up with just a total mess. But sorry, I need to remember what the function is. It's like UI hover non-block or something like that. Oh, thank you, Adalock, for the sub, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you. Let's just see what there's. Hovered no block. Sorry, you got cut off by a Red Lobster commercial. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I was just saying thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Or maybe if you did you hear what I said about AI? But what I was saying about AI is just that I don't really use AI for jagged message and how you don't use it for the architecture. Yeah, what I was saying is that I'll work on this and then I'll vibe code on the side. Sometimes I'll like I've worked on a little programming language. I've worked on a little web projects and stuff like that. What ends up happening is if I don't review the code and if I don't drive the architecture myself, the AI always ends up with some super messy architecture. So it's really not clear to me if AIs will ever get good at that. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, I don't know. But it's also not clear to me, like at some point you just end up with such a spaghettied mess that like I don't know if AI can solve, like ends up being able to solve some of the questions just because it's like kind of ruined the code base a little bit. So if you don't know how your code works and the AI can't fix the problem, now you have to fix the problem. And it just becomes more tricky, I guess. Or you end up just building something new, you know? Nice, try the first. What'd you think? We can put this up here. Black we can do. Whoops, if hover. We'll just change the color actually. How do I want to like brighten it almost. Or could I just saturate it? Could I desaturate negative? It's good, but I have high latency. Maybe because I'm in Kenya. Yeah, it should still run pretty smoothly. I hope it did. But what you can see is you can see like a little bit of like time, speed up, slow down, which is like the lag compensation working. I wonder if my desaturate function will work with a negative value. All right, we'll see. Also, the panel tooltip needs to have the actual like stat boosts. Yeah, the server's in Chicago and like central US, so it's pretty far. Oh, it did brighten. Good. I might do like a -1. What's up, Terry? How's it going? 100% you will not know what your code does, and you definitely don't own your code legally. Using an LLM is like bowling, but you're the lane architect. You have to design your guardrails and bumpers to steer the ball towards a strike, because the LLM will just yeet the ball otherwise. That's why if it's a huge project, it's actually pretty good because it's just aping your patterns. But for any new project, it'll give you pretty garbage. Yeah, you just have to be really careful at the start. And yeah, I think as it gets further along, especially if you've built it, like you kind of know the code base. So like it's easier to review the code, but if you're not writing the whole code base, but yeah, but it's also tricky because the bigger your project, the harder it is for the AI to like find something that's already been built that does what it needs you to do, you know? Like I've actually used it for Mythfall to do like editor UI stuff. And it like just doesn't know of things. It just doesn't know stuff. So I'll be reading the code and like, oh, it's like I already have this function that does this exact thing. So it just redoes it, you know? Also, there's something about like the entropy of the code base, and AI ends up producing like very high entropy code, in my opinion. What's your designing process like? Like, let's say you have a rough idea of how you want your game to look like, how you would go about implementing the rough idea, something you're satisfied with. Also, do you normally start with the game logic backend or the front end? Do you mean for like a brand new game? I think the only thing I'll say is that it's really easy to feel like you can plan out what the entire game is going to be like, but I think it's impossible to do that. I think what you have to do is you have to build something, see how it is, figure out what's wrong with it, and then try again, if that makes sense. So like I've built a lot of features for Mythfall, released them, and they were just like terrible and like people hated them, and then I just removed them. So like you just have to make mistakes like that to like understand the game that you're building. And all you can do is like take player feedback and review it, see what their problems are, and then try to fix what their problem is, if that makes sense. Like that's kind of the loop that I do now. One thing that's hard though, especially when you've worked on a game I've worked on this for like 4-ish years. So like it's not really fun for me to play my own game anymore, if that makes sense. Like it still can be fun, but like I really don't have the energy to like grind out bosses that I spent like weeks designing, you know? So so like player feedback is super helpful. But you don't deviate from the main story that you've wrote. I guess it just depends on what sort of game you're making, but I think you need to be able to pivot if your idea was bad. And I've had a lot of bad ideas that I didn't want to pivot from. And I think it delayed me ending up with a game that I was happy with. So it's like, I know it's like, it's hard to say. It's just super situational. You know, it's like, you have to be willing to pivot when you're wrong, but you have to be able to like stick with what you're doing when you know that it's going to turn out okay. The tricky thing about making games though is that your game isn't really fun until it like is fun, if that makes sense. And it's a lot of different stuff being combined together that makes your game fun. Like I could have I could have a bunch of boss fights. I could have all the same boss fights, but they don't drop any items. And because they don't drop any items, my game isn't fun anymore. Because you're just doing boss fights, right? But then you add like items to it, and now it's like a whole nother dimension that gets added. So like it just makes your game more in depth. And then it's like, well, then you can add like replayability. So now there's like this other vector that goes out this way. And it's like I added this thing called dungeon ascensions where it adds modifiers. So like little things like that end up adding a lot. So I think it's about, at least how I view games, is about orthogonality. It's like you have an axis of like number of bosses or like boss fight. Then you have like an axis of like items. And now I'm adding an axis of like pets, like pet crafting. And then you have like, I know I can't really draw a fourth dimension, but you end up with like another dimension of like some other feature. And it's about adding a bunch of dimensions to your game that all work well together. Which is just a challenging thing to do. So thank you, Amugi and Bosferatu for the follows. Appreciate it, guys. What's been your experience? What's your experience been like using Go for game dev, engine dev? Any pain points? Yeah, I mean, memory allocation is a pain point for the browser version, the garbage collector, I mean, because the WebAssembly runs in a single thread, so the garbage collector just takes longer in browser. But so basically memory allocations are my only big pain point. Other than that, just maybe like a little bit of CGO overhead. And then like a few like because Go isn't a common game dev language, there's just like less of it, so there's less experience with it. But there are good engines with it, so it's not awful. Is 11.11 still your target release day on Steam? Yeah. Yeah, there's October. There's this festival called Next Fest, which shows like upcoming games. So I'm participating in that in October, and then I'm gonna release after that. So maybe like a month after, a month. I might push it. I don't know. It just depends on how Next Fest goes. Like if there's a lot of feedback that I want to incorporate, then I'll maybe push it a bit. I don't want to release a game that's not ready, if that makes sense. Is there a price point? I'm gonna do it's gonna be a free-to-play game, and I think you're gonna pay for expansions, so I don't really have a price point for the expansions though, but that's my idea. You should have a way to support the dev before the expansions are done. I throw a couple of bucks your way for the quality of the game. Yeah, I have a Patreon, and then obviously you've subscribed on Twitch now, so you've already supported me. I appreciate that. Yes, I have a lot of people support me on Patreon, and then I have GitHub sponsors as well. So that stuff does help for sure. But also I like, I want the game to be good, you know? So I want people to want to give me money, if that makes sense. So what's up, Chris? If that makes sense, you know? This is left color. This is gonna be right color. So. I think this one can also use left color. This is for the merged bar. I guess we don't need this anymore. I'm gonna rebuild just because I'm worried that I made a bug and it's not gonna build. New art series. Chris has a lot of music in our game in Mythfall. Wait, how'd you make these? Oops. I'm curious what you use to do these sort of animations. Blender? Like what's like the, is this like particle effects and stuff like that? Or is it the construct? There's like a construct morph tool or something like that. It looks cool. I like it. Build, that's what it's called. Build modifier. With a blender, I only use my smoothies. That's sweet. This looks pretty good. Obviously, we need to fill the tooltip in with the stat modifier description. We also need to do these ones as well. I almost want to make this a 2. Boom. We'll desaturate by -2. Boom, 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 boom. Let me go to item tip. Modifier description. Can I pass a widget to this? The problem is my my UI system is pretty fractured. I might need to make a Gorthon won't give me last page. Sorry, buddy. I guess I can pass a tooltip in here. I wouldn't do a panel tooltip. I would do a I would want to do like a if hover, then do the thing. Sorry, I'm just deciding how I want to integrate this. Let's see. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna build a left and right widget. Oh, but I don't have the traits, so I have to build them out here. That's super painful. Yeah, because up at the top, it's a skin. It's just tricky because the modifier system is so complicated. Oh, this is the modifier system. It's just like very abstract. So it's not like I have this like super easy to pull out. I guess I can just do describe. But it's like, then I'm assuming that I'm not gonna have any filters. Like if you're wearing something, which I probably won't. Use a flexbox? No, I do this thing called rect cut where I just cut rectangles and draw sprites inside of them. I could maybe just do this, couldn't I? I wonder how costly those are, like Meta's Yoga. Yeah, I mean, there are some UI layout stuff. I don't really do retained layout, which I guess is Flexbox. I think that's adjacent to, that's like not really related. Maybe I don't think I can't be that much work to do something like a Flexbox. Because I repaint my entire UI every single frame. And obviously there's tons of boxes, so. Yoga layout, meta. It's cool. I don't really like XML that much. Like I don't really like this style of building UIs. I get that it's lets you do more advanced stuff, but you know. What's up, GTI Moth? Good morning. Man, I'm so on the fence about this. I think what I'm gonna do is this. What I'm gonna do is for skins. Hold on. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna just stage some stuff. Just because I added so many things. That stuff's all fine. I think I'm happy with this state. Okay. It's just gonna be a mess to review. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. This one is not gonna be through the gene merge bar. I'm just gonna do, Oh no, I guess the math part is kind of, I need to calculate that, don't I? I'm just kidding, but it's only 1, so. Left chance is 40. I can just do this. Left chance. Excuse me. Then we have left skin config dot name. Oh, this is a float. Right skin config. Color. Okay. Because, oh, and then I can pass in this for the tooltip. Is not equal to this. Also, the other thing that sucks about Go is that the hot reloading system is not very good. Or there really isn't like a easy way to do hot reloading. You have to do some kind of hack. Which is painful, inevitably going to be painful. So I can like only really hot reload my my UI stuff. It is, but you have to dynamically load some compiled binary. So it's yeah, that's the tricky part. So I was able to like hack it together with the Go plugin system. There's just so many limitations, it becomes painful. How much do you customize Emacs? I'm finally getting into it after being a Vim guy for the longest time. I still absolutely hate needing to press the Alt key though. Yeah, I mean, I guess why are you switching to Emacs? I feel like I almost would have preferred to have learned Vim first. How fast is your game startup? It just depends on how much I need to rebuild. The build time is very, oh, Dirt and Magit. Yeah, those are super nice. But I gotta imagine there's something with Neo. Oh, you're using Vim motions. Yeah, there's evil mode, I guess. Which I don't know how much I hit the Alt key for that. The game starts very quickly, but the build time is kind of long. But that's maybe more of my fault. And it's also maybe, I heard that when you link against Seago, the build times can get long as well. Oops, that's a bug. Seago is the devil. I know you need it, but it's my personal devil. Yeah. Yeah, I do wish Go just did a better job with it. Man, I'm confused on why I tried NeoVim, it's so overhyped. Yeah, I'm not really a Vim person, so I don't really know. That's just the one I hear people use when they want customization. They use NeoVim, I guess. But I'm always curious about how caching renders works in Blender. It works, but it seems like some kind of magic. Like, can you do partial rebuilds? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not really familiar with what they're caching. But I guess if they know that something hasn't changed, because they render in chunks. So if all of the stuff that's an input to the chunk doesn't change, I assume they can just use the old part of that chunk. That said though, I don't really know how they know. What's up, Roger? How's it going? Which is wild because it's pixel data. Yeah. I've only used Blender a little bit. It's a node tree, right? Like XML or anything else. They might be able to serialize the diff it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're caching. At the end of the day, it's a node tree, but isn't it geometry as well? So if you change the geometry. But yeah, if it's just like a node, if it's just a node tree, then that's just going to be done in passes, I assume. Like it's just shader passes, so they can choose all. They can just the last shader pass that was unchanged. They can just go after that. Even the geometry gets serialized to points. Yeah, but if you change 1 point, I just don't know how they could cache the whole thing, because there's like light bouncing and stuff. So like a light might bounce off of one geometry face and then hit something else and then hit something else. So it's like hard to track. Yeah. What's up, you pre-Blake lighting? Yeah, that's more. This is already getting more Blender than I even know. Width? vrect.width. What did I do here? How is this happening? Let me rebuild. I wonder if it's like half implemented or like half of something. I don't know. Oh, it's still doing it, yeah. Okay. Width, cut left. Pad all. Oh, I need a third bar. I don't really understand why it's oh, I might just go back to how it worked. Because this is just I'm just like copy pasting the whole thing now at this point. I'll take that. Okay. Terminology and graph setups in modern engines make introduction to Blender way easier. But it's unrealistic to expect to master Blender in a timely way and focus on related parts. Yeah, it can, but I think it can get pretty complicated. It's been a good part of the weekend trying to figure out why one renderer in Blender wouldn't work in Blender 5.2. I guess I could pass an any in and then type switch stuff. Or no, I just pass in the tips. don't I? I would just say like, yeah, I guess that does work. Okay. I think I was just overcomplicating this. We'll obviously change those. This is the chance to mutate. Mutations cause a random... I'm so bad at coming up with little text descriptions like this. I have multiple tracks I want to contribute, but I'm hesitant because my new stuff is better mixed. So I don't know if it'd be jarring. I mean, you can send it to me if you want, and I can listen to it and see if there's a spot for it. I do have a lot of, I mean, I feel like I'm reusing a lot of music at this point. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't fit, then it just won't fit, and I won't be able to use it, but I just have to hear it. I don't know what you mean when you say mixed, though. Because I have to like I have to like compress the music a little bit and reformat to the right format. So it's like things are gonna get and I also volume shift everything to the same level, if that makes sense. So like it's gonna lose a little bit of, like everything has to lose a little bit of quality just to keep things balanced a bit better. But yeah. It was like over 50 to pick from. Oh, dang. Yeah, put a serum with me somehow, like on a website. It's kind of tricky to download from SoundCloud. So if you have a different way to share it, I'd love that. Because like some of them, I think some of them are still like private or undownloadable or something. But whatever's easy for you, honestly. Also, to explain myself in the Discord, I wanted to start anew without having to create a new account while also not completely losing my previous progress. Think of Realm of the Mad God's seasonal. Realm of the Mad God's seasonal, kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't played the Realm of the Mad God's seasonal characters, but I can kind of guess at what they are. Yeah, it's just tricky. I mean, it's not impossible for sure. I could definitely have like a seasonal slot or something with one slot in it. All these have random streamer vocals on them. This was my new audio presentation with download links, etc. So it'll be easy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, if it's got people singing or something like that, then I probably won't use it because like I can't really have people singing stuff in a game, I think. Like I don't think that would fit, but so if it's that, then that's fine. I don't want to make you like, you know, I have to do like more background music and like thematic music and things. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, cool. That looks super easy to download with. So I appreciate that. Nice. I like that. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Too kind. I also know I know people want sound effects for like UI interactions and stuff like that. So I really need to work on that too. The problem is whenever I play video games, I turn off all the sound effects and So I just like, whenever I test Mythfall, I never have them on. I'm also not really sure. Clicks and boops and bops. Yeah. If you have any, send them to me as well. I love that. What I use for weapon attack is I use UI sliding noises. I'm not very good at sound stuff, so it's hard to. That's like one of the harder parts to figure out for me. I might just change this to a random unknown gene. God. Gotta pull out the good old SFXR or whatever it's called. Yeah. Wait, what is that? I haven't heard of that. If there's like a sound effects library somewhere and you guys know of, let me know. Because that was one of the hardest things to find sound effects for. Oh, I also want to do murmur talking, like for the NPC interactions. And I watched a video on how to do it. You just go like, murmur, and then you pitch shift it while it's printing out. I really should do stuff like that. BFXR. Hold on. Sound effects library. Oh, make sound effects for your game. Oh yeah, I think what was that? How do you play this? Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I could try this. Chiptune. Chiptone is a different one. I put on Sound Like a Broken Record whenever I mention sound effects on Discord, but oh my gosh, more sound effects would be great. Yeah. I'll send her a bunch of FX today. All right, perfect. Let me write these down though, so I have them on my thing. What was it called? BFXR and Chiptone. No, I mean, I know I need to do it. It's just something I always forget. Okay, broken record guy. Yeah, we get it, Roger. Gosh. We're doing our best over here. For the same thing, but differently, Chiptone has a visual keyboard. Oh, cool. I actually want to check that out now. Oh. Oh, dang. That's cool. All right, I'll definitely check that out. I also need, I guess it wouldn't be that hard to wire up if a button's clicked, just play a sound effect, because I just send it through a queue. I just have an audio queue that I just send it through, and I can just do it for every button press. So it'd probably be super easy to add. So it's really just a question. I just really need sound effects for it. I just don't know what to use, but I guess I can use those and try that out. We'll get there. It's a little polishes. Video games is about iterating, okay? We gotta iterate. Pet crafting. Wouldn't it be funny? There's a beatbox and all of its forks like Jumbox
You know what's funny? There's beatbox and all of its forks, like Jumbox. Okay, I'll write those down as well. Thanks, Reassurance, for I missed your follow 13 minutes ago. Thanks, Reassurance, for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, you got the Gorthon page? Nice. Congrats. Random unknown trait. Okay. And then for the other ones, we need to pass something in. So we need a tooltip left and a tooltip right. Item tip. Oh yeah, this is where I was kind of unsure of what to do. I might just do this. A dot. What is A? Oh, because it's multi-lined. Or let me just go here. Well, because it's a modifier, which is a modifier group. Describe. Yeah, I just need to do modifier is going to be left trait cfg.modifier.describe. This is just the right side. Oh, tip, right. What if I just had a garage and a bunch of tools and breakable stuff, and that's where I made all the sound effects? Isn't that what people do? They take like metal sheets and they like wobble them and it goes whoa, 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 whoa. Or I could do voice. I could do voice ones. I could just make voice sound effects. Or every enemy has a Trump voice. Alavar would be like, my Titans are tremendous. Oh my gosh. I need that. I need to add that line now. My Titans are tremendous. The biggest Titans. We have the biggest Titans in all of the sphere. Maybe some kind of montage. I'm like walking through the snow with a bag of scrap metal. I don't have a big enough beard to pull off that persona. That's hilarious. My Titans are tremendous. Oh shoot, where do I put it? Is it in like sphere? Sphere phase? No, it's on the client somewhere. Is that how you spell tremendous? Yeah, that's how you spell it. This is a word I don't think I've ever typed. My good friend Ignorok asked me about the tremendous Titans. We have the best Titans, the biggest. They're tremendous. Now I need a Kopesh. That used to be one of the meta weapons, I think. Okay, we need a modifier input. Can I just do this? Description, modifier. Perfect. Mythfall, is that the game with the tremendous Titans? They're huge. He's even got the apprentice just like Trump. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Can't wait for my game to become just a political meme. Stream devolve. I mean, we have a... Where is it? We have a little Trump pet too. I guess it's supposed to be an elf, but that's the closest one. Huge. +1 speed. Okay, this works. Surely an elf. Should I make these bars instead of just boxes? He gives a billion honor. He's a billion honor heir. I'm gonna make these bars, I think. A small loan of 1 million honor. Well, I need to go. There's a left. Oh, left widget. Item button. Wait, where do these draw? Where do I draw these? Selectable. Oh, this is the selection menu. Cut top. Daltright's new favorite video game. Slot. Draw. Oh, this is in the slot. Okay. Then this is the... or no, there should be a list. Pet genes. Yeah, here's where we do the actual genes drawing. Text ext. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I got this now. Okay, so we can change this. We can change it to bars now. Thank you, Miyoko. Mikoyok for the follow. Appreciate it. Want to do a gene bar? Gene bar? Oh, sorry, hold on. Well, yeah, I'll do it this way, I guess. It's gonna be, I'm just gonna say name. If okay, gene cfg dot name equals, and then we have a tip, which I'm not sure we'll put yet. We have a color, gene cfg dot color, and then R. Hello from the part of devs of the Pico OS community. Oh, nice. Pico OS. That's cool. Wait, what is that? Is that an operating system? A Pikachu-based operating system? Distro? Oh, nice. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Search it. That's cool. Or oh, it's for video games. That's nice. This was one of the hardest parts for managing my Arch distribution. Oh, my knee. Is figuring out what drivers I needed to have. That's cool. What is it based on? Oh yeah, what is it based on? Debian, nice. Pikachu, obviously. Modifier. Tip. Gosh. Okay. Let's see how this turns out. I really should have put a graphics card in this computer that I stream on because I think my computer lags so much because I'm using my CPU to encode. Wait, where's the tip? On the right side, there's no tip, but on the left side, there's a tip. Why would that be? Name. Oh yeah, I see your links. Why is it black? Oh, because there's no color. Natural. It must be some layering thing. But what's on top of this that it'll be getting blocked by? Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Also, why isn't it? Maybe it's not rebuilding. Yeah, I use GNOME and then Arch. Before I was using what's it called? Plasma, KDE Plasma. But I think I like GNOME better. And there's this extension called Fedora KDE is my favorite. Yeah, I think KDE was good. It was just I don't remember why I stopped. I just came up with a few things I didn't like about it. But there's a plugin in GNOME called... There's a plugin inside of GNOME called... Why doesn't this... Oh, I'm not doing this. What's it called? Yeah, there's a plugin in GNOME called Just Perfection, which I use, which is really helpful for customizing GNOME. Okay, this looks a lot better. Do I do these? I might leave it like this, actually. Also, I need to fix this bug. Black is maybe okay, though. But I think I'm going to do a color here. I'm gonna do what's my mutate color? My experience with Gnome is 1, I want an emoji picker. 2, I Google how to get one on Gnome. 3, all of the apps in Software Center are broken. 4, extension for it is 5-year-olds and also broken. The virtual desktop on KDE kind of bother me. Yeah, I don't remember the virtual. I just feel like I just want a few things. I want to hit the Windows key and be able to search stuff instantly. I want that feature. I want to be able to have hotkeys to do everything because I have a weird keyboard. So it's really painful when I can't rebind stuff. I might make this dark lighter. Sir, those features exist. I know, but and they exist where I use them too. And that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the features I want. And I want Emacs. I want to be able to install Emacs, and I want to be able to, yeah. I guess I just have three conditions. I'm gonna do purple bowl. I'm gonna do a purple 2. He's the son of Richard Stallman. I do use Emacs, so I'm pretty close. And I only use free software. Reload. Oops. That's pretty good. Okay. One thing I did want to add is that I wanted to show the pet you craft as like a center pop-up. What gets put here for the tip? Thank you. Yeah, it's probably not going to be open sourced, but some of my packages that I use for my game are open source. But because I'm planning to sell the game. All right, crab. I wanted to see. Oh. I might go darker for these. Random unknown trait. Well, I'm gonna sell it's gonna be a free-to-play game, but it's I'm gonna sell expansions in the game. Yeah. Thank you, Tenkin, for the follow. Appreciate it. Do you plan on running it yourself? Running the game myself? Oh, getting acquired. No, I'm not planning to get acquired. I don't know who would want to acquire me. Or you mean like getting a publisher or something? I probably am not going to get a publisher. Valve's gonna acquire me. Purple 1. You can have 1/10 of Gabe's yacht. Yeah. I wonder how big his yacht is. Also, the source code, are going to upload it with the source code. What do you mean? I mean, the game's not open source, but some of the packages I've built are open source. So those are uploaded. I think I like this purple. I want to see what this looks like now. Oh, they need to be different. I want to make this darker. Oh shoot, what did I do? Purple what? Purple 1. I'm gonna go ahead and make a value here. I'm gonna say oops, mutate color equals purple 1. Yeah, it's on my GitHub if you want to look at my stuff. I even started this game as open source. There's the old repo for Mythfall. I think it's just called like unit of time / MMO. You guys want to look how it started for my first few videos. Because I started this project, I was making YouTube videos about like as a tutorial sort of series. Well, the second business, he is a co-owner of his yacht building business. Oh, really? I'll take 1/10 of his yacht. I'd sign that deal. First time I see a Linux user making closed source software. Really? I feel like almost every, I feel like there's more Linux users making closed source software than there's Linux users making open source software. Thank you. Oh, this is too dark. Quite ironic, isn't it? That I use open source software to make closed source software. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, true. Not everything needs to be open source. Like the thing is like, I would love to help people make their projects, but what I realized was I would feel bad if I made this game completely open source and then someone who just had like a bigger YouTube following or like was better at marketing, like took my game, hosted it themselves, and then all of my players went over to them. Does that make sense? Like, so like I thought about that and I thought, well, I would feel bad if that happened. So I just decided to keep my game closed source. Should that too, but more that more Linux users develop closed source than open source. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just I feel like it's just rarer to have open source projects. It just depends on what I'm building and what I have. I don't know how to explain it. I need to pad these in a little bit. Open source project that you plan on commercializing sounds like hell in this AI age of ours. Yeah, I do agree with that. My cat is suddenly super interested in the moving sphere on the right side. Over here. Come and get it. Come and get it, cat. Attack his monitor. Attack his monitor. Over here. Did he get it? Okay. Alright, this should pad in a little bit. Dang it. I lost him. I'm gonna do 2. Cat lore, cat lore, cat lore. What's up, Shrimpy? How's it going? My cats are in my game. I probably won't do cat pets just because I have my cats already here. This cat is sitting on my desk right now, staring at me, begging for wet food. This is my other cat. I don't know where she is. I almost feel like I should separate these boxes, like pad them in. Pad these up a little bit. I don't trust game developers who don't have spoiled cats. Yeah. Well, you're gonna trust me. Hmm. I'm gonna pad in the this widget. Or am I already padding it in? By 2. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pad it in by 2, then draw this, the border, and then I'm gonna pad it in by 2 again. Am I scared of AUR? I actually am. Now that there's been a lot of wait, what the heck? That's so weird. Oh, there must be. Hold on. Oh, this one, maybe? Oh, that's weird. I need to pad those ones then. But yeah, I don't really like pulling from AOR anymore. Just because I'm worried something's gonna slip in. I guess I can pad the merge one. We the peak OS devs are saving the catchy OS gamers from the AUR. Yeah, I'm just much more selective about what I'm willing. I was always very selective, but I'm even more selective now. It's just a pain. It's like, I don't know. I wish there was just a better I wish there was a better way for distribution of this stuff. Should I do a different? I should make this a different color, I think. Stream is lucky. I got the staff, nice. I don't know the color to do though. It needs to be a muted color. So I guess it just needs to be like dark brown maybe. If I do like brown 2, what does that look like? Oh yeah, AUR is Arch User Repository. There was this, I hate to call it a hack because it wasn't really, or maybe there was a hack, but there's a bunch of packages that malicious things were added to. And a lot of people installed malicious packages. Luckily for me, I never update my computer, so. Let me try 0, I guess. I wonder if I do for this one, I do 1 and then I go 0. Sorry, that's loud. Sorry if that was super loud. That's what's actually sick. Oh man, I want to put this for the Resonance Chamber, or I want to put this for Resonance Chamber or for Resonance Chamber, or what's the other one called? I can't remember now. 8? (2-7). Oh, you were saying, I thought you were saying go to number 8. Is it playing? Reminds me of Bloopin. Well, what's the next one called? That you get from the Astrolabe? It just has a silence at the start. I can cut that out though, that's not a big deal. These are sick. This gives me Succubus vibes. Two was Volcanic Mines. I could see that. I like that. I don't know what that one was. We'll skip that one though. Sounds like a harassment charge. This one feels very foresty to me. Or maybe a little cavernous, but more foresty, I feel like.
I know that.
That one had more words in it. No, you're good. This one feels very, this one's definitely a desert track. Thank you for the follow, Techno Joe. Anubis, I can see that. These are all good though, I like them. I think this is pretty good. Let me make sure that this matches. It says a random, comma, unknown trait. Random, comma, unknown trait. Perfect. Bloopin. Oh, let's do this. This song feels so wet. Oops. Yeah, what a banger.
I'm not trying to ruin your fun. You're just a little bit late. The wipe's already been done, and I couldn't use jet.
What is this?
I'm too dumb. I should love than BSD. It's really possible.
I haven't seen that before. Written by frogs. I do have a curse since lib. Keep it for a rainy day. This guy got Vitality 4. That's a big roll. I forgot about that. My Titans are tremendous. Nerf Unity? Wait, what do you mean? All right, we have tooltips. We have these these are combined, and then we scale the bar color. Perfect. I think that's all. I think that's all the pets done. Vital roll. What, you think I should nerf this? +4 vitality? The problem is this is a rare. All right, buddy, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. I feel like +4 vitality is not that broken. Vital roll. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm an idiot. Now I get it. This is dev luck. That's why I think the drop rates feel fine, because I'm like, I always get the best drops somehow. All right, buddy. See you, buddy. I think pets are pretty much done now, though. Or not done, but like for at least for the next patch, I think we're good. Many are saying this. Tremendous. The most tremendous drops. Well, it's funny because I'll need to test something and I won't have the item and I'll need to get it from a drop. So I'll just go to the dungeon and do it. And somehow I luck out and get, I'm hype. I've saved all my eggs. Nice. So the one thing that's kind of sucks is that if you've incubated an egg already, you're just going to get the default color. But for any newly incubated eggs, you'll get a random color. Or like there's a loot table for the different pet skins that you'll get. So, okay, I think that's the pet idea though. Bosses drop pets. Pets spawn with 1 slot open and they get upgraded, evolved, fed specific materials to unlock new slots. We did that. Players can merge pets. And that's pets. Holy list. I have hatched some, but most are still eggs. I assume that the base colors are also possible. I assume the base colors are also possible among the new colors. Yeah, there's a, I think it's called like natural or something, or default or something like that. Natural. There's a natural skin, and there's different color skins. Like this one's the red skin. That's the natural skin. This is the blue skin, obviously. These are all ones that have been red skin. So no, legacy hatch pets are like, will look like this. They all get a skin, and they get 4 slots that are not filled because they're all level 1. And then you level them up by bringing the resources that they require. So like where's a crab? Oh, here's a crab. Or here's the ant. Like to get the next trait on the ant pet, you need a juicy grub and 4 honor. I think it's 1 honor, 2 honor, 4 honor, 8 honor maybe per trait. And then once you have leveled up pets, you can merge them. You can merge them and then the skins will get rolled. Like this is a blue pet and a red pet. And these will all get merged as well. And then you have a chance to mutate. So it'll be some testing, and there's gonna be a lot of balance shifting, probably. But if you guys give me feedback like, oh, that's way too hard to get blah, 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 or the mutation's too high or something like that, then I can obviously tweak those numbers. But this is probably how it's gonna start. So hopefully it's close to what we need, but anyways, I think I'm gonna end stream here just because I feel like this is close to done, and then I need to go eat some lunch. So is Goopy Cape possible from boss now that it's an uncommon drop from mobs? I might have removed it. Goopy Grow Cape? No, it's not. Let me remove it from the table. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll remove it from the drop table list. I think I saw your message in the thing, but I didn't look at it, so. Killing my log. Yeah, sorry. It'll be gone next. Yeah. Sorry, a lot of items have moved around and I miss stuff a lot. Like, I wonder if these are even in there anymore. Oh, dagger. And then ability. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, cool, guys. Well, have a good rest of your day, and thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time.